Welcome to another quick tip video from the 52 Week Gardens Bale Garden. I'm Paul, and the information I have for you today is how do you know when it's time to plant in your bales after you've gone through the conditioning or the curing process? Well, you go through a process of adding a high nitrogen fertilizer or source of some kind, whether it's chemical or organic, whatever your preference is. And you alternate between adding the high nitrogen every other day and watering every day, about a gallon a day per bale, for just under a 2-week period. You're going to do that for 9 to 11 days, give or take. And it takes about a 14 to 20 day period for the bacteria to ramp up to a peak, create peak temperatures inside the bale, and then slowly wind back down as they consume the nitrogen and their population level, and they consume the organic material in the bale, and their population level starts to level off. What you're looking for is a temperature normally that'll spike around 130, 135, maybe a little warmer sometimes, but that's an average. Somewhere between the 100 teens and the 130 range is good. I've got one of these crab boil or fry pot thermometers. It's a long probe thermometer. It's just a mechanical thermometer. It's got the little clip where you normally clip it onto the side of the pot, and you can see here we've got an ambient temperature that's in the upper 80s here. So I'm going to stick this in here. You can see how fast it climbs. I already have checked this bale, so I know what it's going to do, and you can watch that needle just climb right up there. It was below 100 in the 80s here just a second ago. And now we're running right on up to just about to touch 125. I didn't catch it in quite the sweet spot. I had it stuck in a similar location in the bale a minute ago, and I was well over 125. So you can see how that works. It just jumps right on up there. And you can take the temperature of your bales in various locations. Essentially what you're wanting to see over that 9 to 14 to 20 or so day period is you're wanting to see the temperature spike and then fall back down into the mid 90s, around 95, 96 degrees or so. That temperature will support good growth in your plants, but it will not burn your plants or your seedlings or your seeds or cook them to death. Right now these bales are too hot to plant in. Now, one of the easiest ways, once you've checked your bales, if you don't have one of these fancy thermometers or probe thermometer or digital thermometer, what have you, is to use your hand. You use your hand just like a spade. And I mentioned in one of the earlier quick tip videos about putting the stubble side up. It makes it a lot easier to do what I'm going to show you. After these bales have been conditioning or curing for a week or two, you can use your hand like a spade and work it in between the stubble, and just work your hand down inside the bale all the way up to your palm. See there? To the base of your palm, really, almost to your wrist. Now I can feel the inside of this bale, and it is hot. It's kind of objectionably hot, really, for me. If I left my hand down in there all the way past my wrist, it's way too hot for me. Another indicator that this bale isn't quite ready yet is there are no streaks on my hand. Okay, so I'll check this bale with my hand and the other ones in another 3 or 4 days, maybe this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. And what I want to do is I want to shove my hand down in there to the base of my palm or my wrist, and I want it to feel warm but not uncomfortable for me. I also want it to feel loose enough to work my hand down there without a great amount of effort. That means the bale is loosening up because it's composting. The third and most important sign is there should be little brown, tan, or black streaks on the front and back of my fingers and palm. Those will be little bitty beads of compost that have already started to be created inside the bale, and that means that there are nutrient-rich compost granules inside the bale ready to support the growth of my plants. As I plant my seedlings and my seeds, those roots will find those little pellets of compost and tap into them. And of course, the microbes in the bale will continue to create more and more compost as the growing seasons wears on and the plants mature. So that's basically what you're wanting. You're wanting the bale to peak and then fall back off into the mid 90s. You want to work your hand down in there to the base of your palm or your wrist, Find out how hard it is to get your hand in there. It should be reasonably easy to get your hand down in there to that depth. The temperature down in there should not be too hot for you. It should be warm, damp, and comfortable. And when you pull your hand back, you want to see even just one or two little streaks on your hand that show that there's some compost in there. If you see those things, and all of those things come to pass, you are ready to plant your bales. Now, not every bale gets up to 130 degrees. Not every bale gets up over 100 degrees. Some bales only get up into the high 80s and 90s. But if it's 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 outside at night and your bale is holding it at 89 or 95 during the day, it's heated up. It's heated up, it's composting, it's doing its thing. I have some of the bales in this garden that are reading just under 100. Some of them, like this one, have gotten all the way up to a little over 100 and nearly 120, I don't know, it's 26, 28, something like that, just under 130. Other ones are 115, some are 110, some again are down into the mid-90s. I don't worry about that. The temperature itself isn't what's so much important. I just want to see the temperature warm up in the bale, and then I want the bale to loosen up enough, and I want to be able to see some evidence of composted material on my hands. It takes about 2 weeks for all that to happen, 2 to 3 weeks. You know, you're looking from, really around 14 to 24 or so days there is what you're looking at. And that'll get it done. Once you get those conditions there, you're ready to put your seeds in. You can poke a hole, drop your seed in, tuck it in a little bit. You can put some clean compost on top, just a nice little thin layer, and plant your small seeds in it to have something there to plant your little bitty seeds in. You can buy seedlings and open up a bigger hole and drop your seedlings down in there and tuck them in, however you choose to do it. But once your bale is conditioned and cured and that temperature is leveled off and you have that ability to get the hand down in there and see a little bit of evidence of compost, you are ready to plant. And that's your tip today for bale gardening. Hope you learned something from that, and I hope it encourages you to get out there and get growing. We'll see you on the next video.